Oh, don't mind me. I was just looking at how to defend against Manchester City, and as you can see by the actual folder I was reading, there's nothing in it. We play them today as well. Going to be a very difficult test as I get these off. Can't even bloody see through them. Welcome back to West Ham. Yes guys, I'm MWS and we are back with episode number 4 of season number 1. I don't know how I almost forgot that, as thank you guys for all the suggestions on signings and of course the support on the channel at the moment. It is immense, as we definitely need the support more now than ever as we go into a difficult run of games. As you can see by the league, we'll actually zoom in on it for once, see who's at the top and who's at the bottom. If we have Manchester City today, and they, yes, as I presumed, are top of the league, only conceding 1 goal so far and scoring 9. That's a tester, as we also have a couple more teams, one in the bottom couple and another one below us. And so we'll show you the calendar right here as well, guys. Let's have a look. We have Manchester City, like I said, first away at the Etihad. That is going to be a difficult game, I'm sure of it, when they're top of the league and on form. Might go with a rotated team for that, as we have Southampton straight up after that as well at the London Stadium. If they're in the relegation zone, I might as well play that one, I think, or maybe simulate it if we're going to be guaranteed points. I'm not sure. So then we have Everton, who are below us as well, but at Goodison Park, and probably a difficult game before Leeds next month at London Stadium. Might get onto that. The games we do play does really depend on how far we get as 15th. We need to build on that. 4 games, 4 points. Not bad on paper. There's a lot of other teams like this, but Sheffield United, Brighton, teams that you expect to be in the bottom half, and we don't want to settle for that. Because we've also got a loan player out as well after the deadline. Frederick Alves will be going on loan to Bossativa at the start of the year. Actually, Boa Vista, as he's rejected it anyway. There's also some other good news right here. Issa Diop is back from injury and into, well, it's definitely going to be in the squad, I think. The 77 rated centre-back, something we've been calling out for a centre-back. And he might go ahead of Balbuena straight away. Got to nurse him up to fitness. Priority of the day as well. Crikey, we are at the Etihad in the next fixture, as I think this is the team I'm going to rock out with. Yes, it's rotated heavily, as Issa Diop just doesn't look ready just yet, so I'm not going to force him into the team as of yet. As yeah, I think I'm happy with this line. The bench especially, got Souček still there, unfit from his international duty, got Backlegs. I was thinking about starting him, but I don't mind Marky Nobes. As Fabianski is in goal though, over Drakowski, who did join of course in the last episode. He's going to be the cup keeper, I think, for the start of the save, as Kufal, Ogbonna, Balbuena and Cresswell stay as the defence that got the clean sheet against Newcastle. Fornals, Lingard the goal scorer, and Antonio on the right with Noble and Rice behind them, as I'm going to go for Daniel Benedetto up front. Yes, he is aging. He's up front on his own, but I do like how he gets on the end of headers. Plus, I want to see a bit more out of Antonio. And against Manchester City, counters look like our only option, and maybe crosses. So I'd rather have Antonio bursting it down the wing than through the middle. If you get my drift, of course, getting that pace down the wing to whip it in, as we are at the Etihad. Difficult game, this one. If we do get anything from this game as well, even a draw, I will be very amazed, as it's going to be Edison still in goal, João Cancelo, John Stones, Ruben Diaz and Grimaldo at left back, only strengthened with Silva, Rodri and De Bruyne, Mahrez, Aguero and Raheem Sterling. First time in ages I've actually seen a City squad which is a City squad, like in real life, not just completely transferred. I think Grimaldo is perfect. Benjamin Mendy replaced. And Mark Noble, 8 minutes in though, we have nicked the ball off City and look to be knocking it around with a bit of confidence. It's Balbuena now. Goes back to Kufal, who does receive the ball now into Angelo Ogbonna. Playing it around the back a little bit to try and go forward. They look like they're shutting all the gaps for us, as Cresswell through the middle into Rice, onto Fornals, just doesn't reach him. Done well to keep it. Now City, of course, going to come away with this. It's over the top, looking for Riyad Mahrez down the line, as Aguero isn't tall but is in the box, and always a danger as Mahrez keeps the ball glued to his feet. Around Ogbonna into De Bruyne. Don't let him put it across net, as he does. and Declan Rice steps across perfectly. Fornals to whack it out as well to Mikel Antonio to get on a run, but straight into the defender. No, he's kept it, as we've got a little bit of a chance here. Lingard against his old rivals. Can he get the ball out wide now? He does, to Fornals, and can we whip this into Benedetto? Good ball! But straight to Ederson. I do feel like that's what we need to try and do, as Fabianski way out of his box, but just passes it calmly to Koufal. In the middle now to Mark Noble, who quickly gets his pass off to Declan Rice through the middle again to Benedetto. And what can we try and do here? Daniel, get this out wide. It's stopped. But I tell you what, like the Liverpool game, it's a lot better than I actually initially expected, as De Bruyne, though, gives it through to Aguero, who's got to run on, and Fabianski. It's a good job we kept that pole in the net. What a save from him. Aguero should have punished us right there at the back, but no, just a corner ball for the citizens as it's whipped into the back post near Rodri. Ogbona's up and Lingard away. And I think that was another chance just squandered, as yes, they've had more possession, but we've done well here. Against them, who's only conceded one goal, we've had us crossing chances, as it's going to go out wide to Mahrez again, though, and watch them punish us. Now I've said that, it's Riyad Mahrez tackled only as far as Bernardo Silva, who's around Cresswell in the box, and Rice does get a tackle in. He's actually going to sidestep that as well with a good little move, but still can't get rid of the ball successfully, as João Cancelo slotting into the midfield. City all over us. It's back in the middle field to Bernardo now through that gap into De Bruyne. Aguero behind us uses Raheem Sterling. Good tackle, Koufal. And I'm not going to lie, it's been an action-packed first half, to say it is level, as there's the half-time. No added time. And I would honestly take this result wholeheartedly at the end of the game. I would love to draw 0-0 with City away. It would be my pleasure. I'm actually going to make one change, though, before we get on with things, because I've said it too much and not done it. Yes, I'm only doing it in-game right now, and I will get it done in the main menus next time, but Declan Rice and Noble as CDMs. I do feel like Declan's doing well defensively. Nevertheless, as it's through to Raheem Sterling, City are probably going to try and wake up, aren't they? They need a goal, as Ogbonna on it gets tackled right there. And can we get the pass off? We do. Into Mark Noble. He's going to dribble forward and get that through the gap to Lingard, as he's got Benedetto in behind. It's Jared Benedetto, or however you say his first name, with the ball. Cross it across. A bit of a bad one, but Fornals onto Cresswell. Onto the edge of the box into Declan Rice, as that was meant for Noble. And Benedetto couldn't hit it. Raheem Sterling here. City straight back on it, of course, after our chances. De Bruyne around Balbuena, who has to try and cut in and gets a little nick on it. But it's in at the front post, and City have their lead. Terrible defending from Fabian Balbuena there. I can't even say his name right after that one. A shambolic display as it slotted in at the front post to make it 1-0 to the citizens. De Bruyne with it, and he should have had that ball all day long. Goes to ground. Doesn't get up in time, and in at the near post. Shambolic. And Declan Rice upfield, though. We're not going to give up without a fight. It is 1-0 City now, as Fornals into Daniel Benedetto. Onto Lingard, and looking for Antonio. Very sloppy pass, and City to come away with it again. We are coming out of his mould a little bit going forward, as Declan Rice in the back line here. As can he get a tackle in? Oh, he does. Perfectly covering for Balbuena. As Mark Noble to run down the midfield. Give that past the defender, Diaz, who's wrong side of Benedetto. And it's a big chance for the Argentine. For us, he's saved from Ederson. Huge chance right there to get a goal back, and it's missed from the striker. Absolutely hated that, as here's City coming forward again. Bernardo Silva round Cresswell. It's 2. Yes, it is. It's a terrible lunge from Aaron Cresswell, and we've made the substitutes, don't worry. These players aren't staying on, as City are going to stay at top of the league with 5 wins out of 5. You can tell they're dominant this season, and we're never really on for a title charge, are we? Battling against the relegation. Battling and bottling, should I say, as we was in this game for a long time, though. Bernardo Silva makes it 2. The 2 substitutes I have made is Koufal and this man making one of his first appearances in-game for me. Paulo Souček. See if he can take his place back from Mark Noble, the club captain, as it's a good pass through the middle as well. Benedetto is going to come off for, I think, Larin in a couple of seconds, as can we get this ball back through the middle into Lingard. Poor touch. Also got Jared Bowen on the left midfield as Aguero. It's 3. It's 3 for Manchester City right now, and they run riot at the death. Is it fatigue that's a problem? We've had players out on international duty, but it'll be the same for them. Done so well all game, and now absolutely bottled it against the Sky Blues. Round the corner, Ogbonna with no chances. It's a perfectly cooked pass, and just stuffed in by Kun Aguero. Can we get one more goal back? It would be nice, as it'd be really nice if it were Larin as well, the new signing, making his first Premier League appearance, as Lingard running inside the box, passes it to Cresswell now, into Lingard again, into Bowen, who turns out just can't get this shot off. Can Jared Bowen do it now? Blocked. Only as far as Souček though, into Cresswell, good back heel, into Rice, who whips a good ball in, and Ederson catches. That's game over, as yes, the whistle has been blown. It's defeat against Manchester City at the Etihad Stadium, and it was kind of expected. Still, it was fun whilst the 0-0 lasted. And that's not a healthy league position. That is not healthy at all. 18th, we're back in the relegation zone. And I'm sorry to Leeds United fans out there, but it might have to be the next episode. We might have to play all 3 today, which I don't usually do. Don't worry, I only actually play a couple. As no, actually, I've seen another game's been slotted in. Is it the Carabao Cup? It is. Wolverhampton, so we might have to play Southampton, move on to Wolverhampton, then move on to Everton and possibly sim that one, because the cup game I don't want to give in against. And actually, I think we should play Everton. Maybe this is simulated. I do think it's a bit of a risk, but we'll go for it with Fabianski in goal. One change, Kufal, Ogbonna, Balbuena and Cresswell, with Rice and Souček, who was actually decent off the bench. Antonio, Lingard and Fornals, with Benedetto staying up front. And we'll find the formation, don't worry, to put both of them in CDM and get them there. Well, not negatives, but not positives for Pablo, because he hasn't played enough. Oh no, it's not Pablo Souček. It's Thomas. It's Pablo Fornals. As can we get the win against the Saints? We are at home. These are below us in the table. Very rare, seeing as we are 3rd from bottom. And it would be a disaster if we lost this one. So please, boys, don't let us down, as it's a 1-0 win. And it's the same what happened against Everton, just a different day. Lingardinho with the winner. As I do have a planned rotated side for this game against Wolves as well, as Diop saying he wants to play. If he's got the plaster, I am not going to risk him. I want him for the league, as he says he's 100% recovered. Don't want him coming straight back in and getting injured, as Antonio actually wants to play. I'm going to say it's a team game, because Benedetto, yes, actually doesn't warrant being up front in the league, I don't think, but did score in the last cup game against Sheffield Wednesday. So will start up top, I think, as maybe one more change in the midfield, get Marky Noble on for the cup game, and we'll drop Declan Rice for a rest, as we'll go with this squad. Drakowski making his debut, of course, the cup keeper we brought in. Johnson at right back ahead of Fredericks again, didn't put a foot wrong. Dawson and Gvardiol making his starting game. He's got the pace, with Masuaku at left back. Noble and Souček, the unconventional pairing in the midfield, but we'll try it out with Bowen, Benrahma coming in, and Fornals with Benedetto up front once again. Just think I'll give Lingardinho and Rice a rest, and of course Fabianski and a couple of defenders, as let's get the win against the pack in the Carabao Cup. It's a hard draw, I definitely think that, but they've rotated as well. Anything's possible. As what possible team have they brought along? I see Ruddy in goal. I'm pretty sure he moved away from Wolves, didn't he? Moved back up to Scotland, if I remember correctly, as it's going to be John in the goal, Kija, whoever at the back, with Lewis Richards, Max Kilman, Willy Bollitt and Ryan Ait-Nuiri, with Vitor Ferreira, Morgan Gibbs-White in the midfield, with Berghuis, Raul Jimenez and Pedro Neto. That is a really deadly front three. I couldn't believe it when reading it right there. They've gone full strength. Of course, I do believe our attack's strong enough as well, and our team on the whole, as Gvardiol's going to have a day to remember or forget on his debut right here against Raul Jimenez. As Masuaku with a heavy touch keeps it though, round the corner into Fornals, now into Mark Noble, onto Benedetto, pass that back into side Benrahma. We've got a run on this right hand side. We don't, as Berghuis is going to be running after this ball as well here. Craig Dawson, get first to it. Oh, he's missed his tackle. Can he get it second time? He does, and almost clips the man. As a corner, first blood to Wolves here, 10 minutes in, as Dragowski's got business to do as well in goal, hopefully. Good ball in, and whoever, got to be handball, and is. A little bit lucky there as Gvardiol as well, turns out. Into Matt Noble, puts him under a bit of pressure. Bad pass from the youngster as Raul Jimenez battles past Dawson. Dawson can't get the tackling. Drakowski 1-on-1. And Wolves score first. It's a mistake, I'd say, from the centre-back and not Mark Noble to give Wolverhampton the lead, as we are 1-0 down at the London Stadium in the Cup. Yeah, poor. I mean, he gifted it straight to him. And Dawson, though, he can't get turned that easily. He's at blame or fault as well. Both of them to blame, the centre-backs. as he's just been turned inside out, and Jimenez was never missing one-on-one. Can't blame Drakowski. Absolutely hate that, as we now got the battle of scoring again, which has been a difficulty for us in a couple of games, as Noble to the side into Dawson. We do need to score more goals, as it's round the corner into Benrahma. Now on to Souček. Through the gap looking for Jared Bowen, who can't get on it. Horrendous for a man of his quality, as Dawson gets that ball as well. Away from Jimenez coming in. Gvardiol this time doesn't put Noble under pressure. In fact, gives him a good ball as Benedetto looking to charge through the centre-backs. Gives it, and Gibbs White putting pressure on us. Gvardiol again into Noble. Going to have to build up from the back. Dawson through the middle now into Said Benrahma. Onto Benedetto as he makes the run again. And Richards reads. Hard game this one. A lot harder than I expected, as now they have the ball. But Johnson, the right back this time, putting it straight through to Benrahma, who's one-on-one. Defender split. Said Benrahma for his first West Ham goal and was never missing. It's level on paper now, and I've got to give credit to the youth player Ben Johnson, who's straight away celebrating. Won the ball to perfection. Bobby Moore stand erupts as well, as Ruddy has conceded. It's Said Benrahma who missed the earlier shot, never missing this one. Through one-on-one, split the defenders, and only had to put it in the bottom corner for the equaliser. Love it from him, as Jimenez misses that header as well. Now it's on to Vitinha. Into Raul Jimenez, who's done us in there. Can't concede straight away as Dawson. That's a better tackle this time. Gvardiol to pick up on it. Through the middle to Noble. Sloppy pass again, as we're putting ourselves under a bit of pressure. Now it's Dawson in the middle again, messing it up to Souček, as it's Neto. On to Raul Jimenez. Get right side, get a tackle in. Jimenez still with it, and drags it very, very wide. We just seem to lose the ball time after time, as Vitinha round the corner into Raul Jimenez. Just trying to put the pressure on him, but can't get it, as we just got to wait out till half-time, I think. I'd take one apiece at the break against the good Wolves team, I think, as Jimenez does steal it, though. Gvardiol get across. What a tackle from the 18-year-old to keep it level and possibly get us in front, but that's a poor ball out wide. Not going to get it. And referee, please. There we have it. 1-1 at the break against West Ham and Wolves. The alphabetical bottom order of the league, us two. I don't know why that goes into my mind, really, are all square, and I feel like we'll go in the second half with the same team. If we do change someone, probably Benedetto later, but I rate the team. Just need to keep on plodding along. Maybe it goes extra time, hopefully not. Maybe actually penalties, I think, straight away in the Carabao Cup, as can we get in front organically. Through a goal in open play, as Vitinha gives it back to Richards. Now onto whoever, just get the pressure on them and make sure they don't get forward, because Jimenez is causing problems. And what do? They get forward. It's Vitinha on the ball. I think he's come off the bench. Through to Gibbs White, hooked away. Still headed down to Raul Jimenez, who's going to look for a gap. And Raul can't find it. Back into Vitinha. Gvardiol with the tackle, as he'll pass this out. Only as far as Benrahma. Get that around the corner onto Benedetto. Bit tired, but still got the legs. As can he find a man at this side? Fornals making the run. Pablo Fornals, touch, and bang. And at least he got a nutmeg in. Now kicked upfield, only as far as Souček, and they've headed it off each other. What are them two in midfield doing? It looks like they're both decent, but not working together. As Souček does give it to Bowen as well, Jared Bowen. He does like an individual run, I think, because he's going to keep on going. Jared Bowen, has he got support? He doesn't really, so going to go backwards into Souček. Round the corner into Benrahma. Gap here to shoot! And almost in. It's actually a tight game right now as Gvardiol. Oh my days. Berghuis almost got on that. Drakowski to just get it though and roll it out as far as Mark Noble. Goes around the corner into Arthur Masuaku, who's got time to run, space to run. Through the middle, Tom Lawrence has received it. The man who's just come off the bench. Tom Lawrence drilling his way into the box. Can he try and cut back now? Good cut back, shoots! Saved, and Larin couldn't get the tap in. Good work from Tom Lawrence, as that is the best chance of the game, which hasn't resulted in a goal. A goal scorer Benrahma coming off now for the last 10 minutes. Noble receives it from Gvardiol, this time with his back to the player, as we've got to try and get a goal pronto, really. It's on to Souček in the middle. What can Thomas Souček do? One of the highest rated players in this team, as Noble now dribbling towards the left-hand side. Can we get a crossing and score from it? As Lawrence, again, making good runs around the corner. Whip that in first time to Souček! Ah, what do we have to do to deserve a goal? As I don't want this going to pens. It's more chance that we lose as Souček to the side of him. Actually, not. Through to Masuaku, as gives it to Noble. Now onto Souček, as we've got a pointer right there from Lanzini. But we're going to go inside to Larin. Now around the corner. Lanzini in the last minutes dragged it wide. A big chance for Emmanuel, and he has missed the target. He honestly hasn't had the minutes this season, but should have scored that if he wanted to be in the team. Just can we do something? Anything? Last minute of the game right now as Souček across to Mark Noble. This is going to be it, as yes, the whistle has gone, and it's going to be penalties against Wolves. Oh dear, look at that. Shots-wise, we absolutely dominated, and we'll go with the original. You can't beat that. Larry not even taking a penalty, the striker, as it's going to be Mark Noble first, aiming for the bottom right. Syke down the middle and scores. Captain's got his out of the way, as now it's Berghuis. Can Drakowski make himself a hero? Not on the first penalties. Now it's down to Emmanuel Lanzini. Missed that last chance in the last minute. Puts his in the bottom corner, as now it's across to Willian Jose. Drakowski, please save this. Down the middle. Bottom left. Souček. If anyone's just going to blast this in, it's going to be this man. Thomas Souček. Bottom corner it, please. As he chips it. I held the wrong one, didn't I? As now it's Pedro Neto against us. Can this guy score? No, he can't, because Drakowski saves straight away. Back level as now Jared Bowen. I'm going to go for the top bin. Is that risky? Might actually be a bit risky. We'll go for it anyway. And there we go, as Ruddy very unlucky, as it's Big Willy Bolly against Drakowski. We're going right, and he saves it with his feet. The new keeper might be having a penalty shootout to remember, as it could be Craig Dawson, who hasn't played the best to put us through. Just aim it that side. And what a shocker of a penalty from Craig Dawson. Dendonka now against Drakowski. Dive this way. Sudden death. Honestly, that was so poor, wasn't it? Craig Dawson's shot. So now Tom Lawrence to start sudden death. Scores his penalty. Pressure straight back on the pack, as now it's going to be Gibbs White, a youth player. You've got the better Drakowski. He has got the better, as Drakowski saves the penalty to send us through round number 3 that we will be into of the Carabao Cup, as we get the home win against Wolves. They made it difficult, but a penalty shootout. 3 stops, in fact, he made from Drakowski. Seals it through. God, I wasn't ready for that, but I am so glad we've won the game now, as the players undoubtedly going to be tired for the weekend game now against, of course, Everton, who have gone above us, as Nathan Trott has got a buy offer from QPR, which we will reject. Don't want them buying. Please, we're into the season, as it's 11th versus 13th. Not really the best game on paper, is it? But one I definitely want to win, so we'll go with this lineup. Fabianski in goal. Of course, he is going to be the league keeper till he leaves the club, with Kufal, Ogbonna, Diop straight back in. Yes, very fatigued and probably should come off the bench, but I don't trust Balbuena after the City game. And Cresswell at left back. Fornal's a little bit tired, with Rice, Souček and Bowen back at right midfield, as Lingard is now supporting Mikel Antonio, getting his chance up front again. Very unhappy at the moment, this guy, with probably his form and the way we're playing him on the wing. And Benedetto not really proved himself in the league as of late. So we'll go with this to Goodison Park, and hopefully, for the final game of the episode, get another win. Got to do a lot better in this game, a lot better than the City. Jordan Pickford, Coleman, Mina, Holgate and Digne at the back, with Allen, Delph and Doucouré. Have they made a signing? Calvert-Lewin, Richarlison and Rodriguez. Doesn't really look like they have. Ancelotti going with his men already on the field. Mechele on the bench. That's a good signing, actually. And Oliveira, maybe he is one. As I don't know, it's the Toffees against the Hammers at Goodison. Another away day, which I'd like to do well in, and hopefully get 3 points for the first time, or the second actually time in the league, but the first away since, of course, we got the win against Newcastle at home. So Cresswell through the middle. Now can he try and charge forward against the Toffees? Into Mikel Antonio. Lingard can the play a 1-2? He does. And Antonio with a chance up front right here. Mikel Antonio! Scuffed. Seems like a guy who gets himself into position but can't shoot. As Cresswell again now into Diop, getting his first touch in the Premier League this season. As Richarlison cuts that one out. On the left wing it looks like, as Doucouré through the middle. That's never going to reach anyone. Souček to head it down into Lingard. Shoved off the ball. Still can't get across to it, as Calvert-Lewin now running through the middle. And we can't still get a tackle off. Why not? As Allen making the run road up front, as he's got the ball through as well. He's going to shoot. And it's going to be a penalty, Everton. It's a Diop on his first game back, giving it away. Of course it's him, as it can't be a red card, surely. Never a red. And he's only lasted about 10 minutes on the field in his entirety of his 2020-21 career so far. Terrible stuff. And yeah, it's a foul and it's a penalty to the Toffees. We're going to be playing with 10 men as Fabianski. Drakowski saved all the pens. And Fabianski should have saved that one. James Rodriguez makes it 1. A calamitous start right here away at Everton. Look at that. Bottom corner. He dives the right way. And that's just how short he is. He is quite a small goalkeeper and just can't get across to save it. Flappy Hansky indeed. Big shame, as I'm going to put Declan Rice into centre-back, I think, because I don't want to play with 3 at the back against the Toffees when they're 1-0 up. As can we instantly get level with 10 men? You never know. It's Pablo Fornals. Cuts inside very well. Fornals. Oh, and it's a good save from Pickford there. Really good save from T-Rex hands as Lingard to whip it in as well. Almost headed at the front post. Looks like we're not giving in. And we can't really, because it is only early on as Souček got a lot of work, mate. Man Mountain in the middle. Because, of course, you're on your own in the midfield as Kufal passes it to the other Czech player. Now on to Lingardinho. Can he try and find a run from Antonio? Got wide tackled. As it's now Allen as well. Out to Calvert-Lewin. A chance for Everton again. Richarlison out wide. Ogbonna just watching him, as I do not like the way we are playing at the moment. Calvert-Lewin now into Digne, who's going to go back up front, who have spent most of the game in their, or our final third, should I say, near our goalkeeper. As Allen has it again. Snapped. Poor tackle from Ogbonna as Delph just running backwards. However, we do have the ball right here at Lingard's feet again. It looks like it's gluing to him the most. This is a bit of a click clash as well. Didn't think about that before the game started. I still can figure out who my players are, but apologies if it is hard to see, as Lingard does have the ball right here again, on it all the time. Antonio gets a run from Souček through the middle. Souček, oh, and he's put it wide. The biggest chance of the game for us so far. And scrap that, biggest chance of the game altogether. Their goal was a penalty. Should have gone in. Oh, Thomas. That is terrible. As Fornals straight back on the ball again. We do look like we've been the better team with 10 men. As can we get a cross in? Fornals might find Lingard and Antonio. You had to keep on running. You could have got on the end of that. Chance after chance at the moment for us, as Cresswell even battling to get the ball into Lingard again. Onto Fornals, and he's messed up the pass. But we just need to take this into the second half. And I think we might be fine, because this is a really quick and good way that we're playing. Now into Antonio. We could actually score before half-time still. Lingard. Find Antonio. Actually, no. It's gone out wide to Fornals. Souček making the run in from Cresswell. Win that header, Souček, please, as he's battling against Pickford. And he does come out on top, as there is the half-time whistle. 1-0 to Everton. And we are down to 10 men. So it doesn't look good on paper, but we're putting up a fight. No subs to be made. Just need to keep the performance levels up. It's a mad one. It's an absolutely mad game, this. It just don't make sense. As Ogbonna, terrible touch, but still battles for it. He's on the yellow as well, the other centre-back, as he does find Jared Bowen. And I like the run from Lingard at the back post. Maybe took a bit too long with the cross, as he does have the ball again, though. Jared Bowen, whip that in to the back post. Runner! And Doucouré away. Doucouré, in fact, on it again right here. Playing well, the CDM. As Yerry Mina travelling forward with it. The Colombian centre-back through the middle. Don't let Everton make it 2, whatever you do. That'll kill us off. As Ogbonna makes a tackle. Still doing well on the yellow. Has passed that to the side into Lingard. Side again. Now into Souček round the corner. Really good exchange. As Antonio's just a bit offside. Can we try and make a good run? Not really. It's Bowen, as we've got the support from Kufal, though. Can we get someone in the box? A lot of crossing from this team this year, as no one was really there. Putting Ben Rama as well on now for Fornals. Just need that crossing ability, as it's Aaron Cresswell on it right here. Can we find Said? Yes, we do. Can we go in the middle again to Souček now, who's on the edge? Cuts away a little bit. Get that through to Lingard. Lingard with an opportunity to shoot from range here. Blocked, and it's a good block to Allen, as Everton could actually counter here against our 10 men. It's Richarlison on the left. Please, don't let them. It's Calvert-Lewin. Oh, he's got it through to Richarlison. This is a big chance. Watch the man in the middle as Richarlison running at us. Declan Rice has to step across and does get a foot in, as Allen with the ball as well on the edge. Gives it into Calvert-Lewin. If it's 2, it's game over. I think it's on to the edge of the box into James. 1-2. James! Good save. Corner ball to Everton. And we do desperately need a lever. I'd take another 1-1. I'd take another 1-1 as it's crossed in. Cresswell gets a little thing on it as Souček, not even whacking it, as he probably should have, because Everton have still got the ball through the middle. And Calvert-Lewin's got there first to make it 2. Poor defending, poor attacking, and Everton have punished. Hasn't been a good game, this one. We've gone from a penalty win to a fatigued team and just a poor performance. Calvert-Lewin putting it past Fabianski as something needs to desperately change as well in this career. I don't know if it's players or just tactics, just not getting results. If we had a player that could actually shoot, we would be dominating this game as Andre Gomez heads it on. Gomez with a chance as well. Rice gets his foot in the way to block the angle as we do get a tackling as well. We've got 5 minutes to go. Do we get the win? I don't think so, but we can still go for it as now it's Lanzini. He's got Benrahma at the side of him. Said Benrahma shoving his man off as well. It's Said with a chance to shoot across net and does get one back off the post. We're back in business. Get the ball, please, or just, run back to the centre spot. It's a great goal from Said, and we're just going to get on with the game. 3 minutes. 2-2 for our Algerian playmaker, as now it's Andre Gomez. He even came off the bench this game, as we need to try and get the ball pronto and get upfield. As how much at a time? 3 minutes. Kufal, get that ball, as we've got a chance here. Bowen in the middle. Now on to Mark Noble. What are you doing, Cap? Doucouré now, and we're on the back foot again. Don't let it be 3-1. Get the tackles in, as oh dear, it's Nathan Broadhead. Good tackle, Ogbonna, but are we going to get to the other side of the field? Probably not, and we're not. To say we had 10 men, we did fight from the off, but a penalty from Hammers, and Calvert-Lewin cancels out Benrahma's late goal as we fall behind to the Toffees. And that one's frustrated me. It really has got on my nerves because we were such the better team. If we would have had 11 men and we wouldn't have conceded the penalty, etc., etc., and not got the red card, we would have been fine. But now it's a Diop. It's like he was never here, really. And that's not me saying I want to get rid of him after his poor performance. It's just me saying he came on and did absolutely nothing. Should have never stood on the field, really, as we've got youth players here. That guy's worth a little bit, as I'm going to check my academy before I sign up for today. So we're in 15th in the league. Decent, but not good. How's it doing? Have we got any good ones? I do like the look of Luca Thomas in goal. Looks like he's got decent potential, but then again, we've got 3 keepers. Nicholas Peter, Ronnie Coles, and Luca Thomas. Albie Stevens looks okay as well, but we have got Jay Hammond. Archie Lewis, probably a bit under the weather, and Ali Golofin. Not under the weather, should I say, underrated, despite his potential being the lowest of 73. That is weird. As yes, I think it is the end of today. We'll check what games we have next one, where we start with Leeds United, Leicester, then the Baggies, West Brom, and then Chelsea. So we have 2 big games, in my opinion. Leicester and, of course... Oh, my days, I didn't even see that. Of course, with the badge Tottenham have, it's hard to see. We have Tottenham, a derby next time out in London, as we have 2 derbies back-to-back, both in London. So we're probably going to simulate these 2. Yes, Leicester, because I don't want to play Leeds United. I really like playing Leeds in career mode. It's always an entertaining game. They always have youth out, and the crowd is always rocking. As unfortunately, guys, we've come to an end for today. Of course, it's been heavily gameplay based, but of course, we had the transfer window last episode. Next time, it will not be. It'll be 3 games, 2 simulated, and a couple more menu things, as I do have a couple of things to iron out. Thank you, guys, for watching. Like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification bell as well, so you do not miss the episode next, as the support has been crazy so far, as I will see you all in that episode. Take care. In a bit, and peace.